Hello everyone, I'm back and I got my thoughts in order. Now the thing is, ultimately, I don't want to control LED strips. What I want to do is have the ability to control landscape lights with DMX technology. And since landscape lights are not DMX compatible, the only way to get them to work with a light mixer is by hacking them and connecting them to a DMX decoder. So that's the ultimate goal of the project. But I've been having problems with my DMX decoder. So I'm checking to see if this is a working decoder by hooking it up to what it's designed to work with, which is LED light strips. What's the latest about this project? I received an email from tech support. They actually initiated an email asking me if I've implemented their latest suggestion or they noticed this little arrow, and they told me that I basically hooked up the LED strip to the decoder from the wrong end. Their suggestion made no sense. That's what I thought, because I hooked up this LED strip to its original microcontroller and power supply from this end, and it worked. Hi, this is Editing Liza here, and although what tech support suggested was nonsensical, I decided to give them the benefit of the doubt and try it out anyways. Needless to say, soldering leads onto the other side of the LED tape and connecting it up to the output of my DMX, one of the outputs of my DMX decoder, did not work. And so I'm going to skip that whole bit of the live stream. I'm going to skip to the useful part of the live stream where my wonderful viewers who participated in the chat helped me identify the problem with my decoder and find a solution. So keep watching. Please let me know in the chat if there's a way that I can use my multimeter to check for pulse width modulation without opening this thing. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I was told by a friend that I can use both DC and AC settings on a multimeter to check for pulse width modulation signals. I'm taking his word for it, so let's give it a shot. The only thing I'm confused about is where do I insert the terminals? I'm guessing, but a friend of mine who was checking out my videos said the crimps on these DMX decoders are notorious for being shoddy. And so I'm guessing it's just a simple contact issue. Can the multimeter measure frequency? The multimeter I have is not a multimeter with the oscilloscope built in, although maybe I should invest in one of those. Yeah, I got one of those basic multimeters, but I think if I could just see a voltage happening, I know that pulse width signals being produced. This is what I got. It's a basic $7 multimeter, George. Normally, LED needs 2 wires, so I guess the color RGB contacts are all playing the role of the ground wire. You're right about that, Peter. The way this is set up looks like common anode RGB LEDs. Okay, things have gotten simple now, where the V plus would be anode and all of these others would be the cathodes of individual LEDs. Wow, good call, Peter. I'm gonna try that. Okay, so got my DC setting. V plus would be red, black would be one of the colors, and we could see if we're getting a signal on the multimeter. Setting it to DC 200 because this is a 24 volt system, and well, the setting below 200 would be too low. Oh, I gotta open these crimps. This is gonna go in V plus, and since the dip switches are set to put out red light, I'm going to put the cathode into the red. Let's see if we get a multimeter reading. Gentlemen, I'm getting a 24.4 voltage reading. So decoder is working. I'm guessing it's just a contact issue between the RGB strip and the decoder. Just touch the cables to the screws. You know, that's a good idea. This is set on red, so Let's do that. Oh, 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 oh my goodness. Guys, oh my gosh. We got red light. We got red light. Oh, everyone. It's definitely a contact issue. My goodness gracious. Crimps were not pushing into the contacts. This is a working decoder, but it has crappy crimps. I'm laughing and crying internally at the same time. Adam says, beef up your wires a couple gauges. If solid is what you have, then use that. Make sure they fit before you solder. Or fold over some stranded wire and tin. Okay. These are all things that I could try. Should I try them now? Or should I try them later? Is the question. I'm just stoked that the decoder's working, my friends. Oh, and I'm really grateful for everyone in here who helped me out with this. Oh my goodness. But you know, I wouldn't have learned as much about LEDs and DMX decoders if I hadn't had to go through this process. Glad you figured it out. Well, I couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you. Thank you very much. The next step after I get these hooked up will be to wire up my DMX data cables to the decoder, plug them into my DMX operator. I use DMX's, which is a software-based operator that has a very nice interface. Alrighty. Well, thank you all for joining me today. I will see you all very soon. Happy holidays, and thank you all so very much. I appreciate all of you. Chaito.